Hi there, this is Jonathan Ginsberg. I'm a Social Security disability attorney, and today I'd like to talk to you about Crohn's disease, colitis, irritable bowel disease, irritable bowel syndrome. And my experience has been these cases are often approved by Social Security judges. And here's my take as to why, and I would encourage you, if you're dealing with this kind of problem, that you do consider Social Security disability if your symptoms get to the point where you're not able to work. I think judges typically are very sympathetic to folks who have irritable bowel disease because they recognize that the symptoms make it very, very difficult to work. Remember, in a disability case, the issue at hand is whether or not your medical condition impacts your capacity for work. And of course, when you're dealing with irritable bowel disease, you've got a lot of work issues. First and foremost, you've always got to be near a restroom, or you have frequency, incontinence issues, where you've got to be near a restroom, and when you've got to go, you got to go. And many employment sites do not make a restroom available, or one available all the time to especially entry-level employees. So if you are at a job and you've got to go and it's going to take 5 or 10 minutes to get to the restroom, that may not work if you've got IBS. So again, judges recognize that it really creates, just inherently by nature of the symptoms, work problems. I think secondly, treatment is difficult. Medications don't really work all that well. Surgery obviously is very invasive, and many times surgery, if they remove part of the bowel, it's going to leave you with that same frequency and urgency issue where you've got to be near a restroom within just a minute or two. Also could lead to anemia, malnutrition, because your body's not absorbing nutrients from food, and you've also got to limit what you can eat and when you can eat. And again, these are all things that are not consistent with competitive work. And we're not talking about special circumstances where a longtime employer has given you special breaks or coworkers are helping you. I'm talking about a competitive work site. I will also tell you that my clients who are in their 40s and 50s who have been working get especially a good bit of credence by the judge because judges recognize that if you've been fighting this for 15, 20 years on a job, you are really a fighter. You're doing everything you can, and that really goes a long way to showing the judge that you're credible. If you're younger, you can still win. You're going to need a little bit more in terms of medical support and maybe other kinds of evidence like work records or affidavits from friends or coworkers, but it can still be a viable case even if you're in your 30s or even 20s. But certainly people in their 40s and 50s who've been battling irritable bowel, obviously as time goes by it gets worse. It's a progressive disease, and that by the time someone's in their late 40s or early 50s, it could be very, very likely that the symptoms have gotten to the point where that person simply cannot work anymore. And that's, again, what Social Security is looking for. So bottom line, if you're struggling with irritable bowel disease, colitis, Crohn's disease, and you've gotten to the point where you simply cannot be reliable at work, you're missing too many days of work, you're taking unscheduled breaks too often, you're having to borrow break time from coworkers, you're getting written up, or you're losing time being docked because of missed time, it may be time to look at whether Social Security disability is appropriate, because again, the issue in a disability case is whether your condition makes it impossible for you to work 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, ongoing with a regular type of schedule. Now, if I can answer any questions for you, I'm happy to do so. Please reach out to me. I'll be happy to answer any questions you've got or walk you through the process of filing for disability. So again, my name is Jonathan Ginsberg, and I'm here to help you if you need me. Thanks a lot.